if the Edmonton Oilers advance, maybe we will do something in Edmonton during the third round of playoffs.
If they advance?
If they advance. It's not looking good. I know. I'm not confident either.
We're just buzzing with Army, but people are wondering. I mean,
let's get into this. I love this.
This effort by them has been pathetic. They had the biggest gift in maybe playoff history goal-wise. People are comparing it to Lidstrom on Dan Cloutier. He was skating forward and took a slap shot from the red line. Anderson was backing up. The craziest goal I've ever seen, backing up, floating one. It goes in. Smith's looking at Duncan Keith. You had the best reaction, Biz, but you get that
greatest
gift.
Reaction.
They get that gift and they still can't win. Edmonton has found something. It is officially a cup
I got
team.
a hockey idea for all the fan bases out there, and hear me out with this, just for the fact of the Smith goal. My idea is, you know how teams do a whiteout? This is my brain. All right. They do the whiteout, right? So he obviously shot it as a guy was passing in front of him. It just missed him. It might have been hidden like a little fucking magician trick a little bit until it came out of the blue, came out of the forest. He couldn't find it, right? Why don't teams, fan bases, do half the rink? So the visiting team goalies at the other end, that half of the rink, they were all black.
Wow. And then switch it up.
And then switch the next period. You switch because he lost it coming out of the people, out of the players. And then it got up into the glass, right? Like in his field of vision, it was probably at the height of the people. And it's probably at that point a little bit tough to track if you lose it for a second or find it. And then once you lose it, you lose it. But if there's black, I don't know. I just feel like it could be like a minimal advantage, like a minimal thing.
I've heard goalies say that even when they do the whiteouts, it's really hard to track the puck when it gets shot above the
Well, think
level.
of all the white and then like the little black openings and holes and everything. Like, can you imagine what that would look like? How you could find it?
Now,
think about it.
What do you make of Calgary's game against Edmonton Army? They look like a completely different team, although I guess that goals against all season long so far, including playoffs against Markstrom, is about 4.5. So he hasn't had much success, but they've been playing right into Edmonton's hand. They're playing pond hockey.
Okay. Who's the stats guy here?
Stat guy Whit.
Oh, Jesus.
Whit. Okay. Yes. Someone else can help us. Mangiapane, what's he doing? Dubé, what's he doing? Let's go through like the depth list. You got like Hyman sniping like beast. You've got, guys chipping in on Edmonton all over the place. Like, how are you going to win if you don't like have depth scoring? It's the biggest thing, like goaltending and depth scoring, and your stars have to be your stars. Edmonton's got it. And Calgary, it doesn't.
Especially the guy you mentioned earlier, Kane. He's got 12 goals right now. There hasn't been a player in 25 years who has had 15 goals. More than 15 goals. We're in the
This is last year in Edmonton. He can't play in Edmonton again.
Why is that?
How are they going to pay him? Like, do you think they can afford to pay him?
So you think somebody's going to give him the bag again?
Well, the guy's on pace right now for a full season. I saw some number. He's at a 52 goal pace in an 82 game season.
Yeah, but like part of that is like if he
wears out his welcome pretty quick.
Well,
I don't mind him at all.
Well, that's true too. They always say that too.
So it's like if Edmonton wanted to re-sign him and they're like, listen, take this discount. I mean, I guess he can't really afford to take a discount contract. That's the thing.
Army,
that was like me when I was playing with Sid. 40 points in 47 games, 16 goals, was ripping it up. Ray Shiro I'm negotiating. Told me, hey, you know what, kid? You do it again next year, we'll buy the beers. Don't worry. Here's your two-way. Here's your two-way. What do they send you that qualifying offer? I'm like, seriously? Then like a few years later, it's like, it's like all these guys from Edmonton, like 6 times 6, 6 times 6, 6 times 6, 6. I'm like, what the hell did I get a break like that? But
something definitely switched. Now, when you play with Evander, I mean, obviously, you hear about all these stories, but I one-on-one, I had a good experience with him. I went golfing with him one time. Now did you enjoy?
Well, he was 18. He was out of junior. Like, he's definitely got swagger and he had confidence then, but like he was a straight line, horse blinders on, powerhouse skater. like poke pucks by guys, beat him with his skating, but he had like a great release and a shot, but he always had that physicality, right? Like I saw him the other day when he was in Pittsburgh too. And like when I played 18-year-old compared to what he is now, guy's a fucking truck now. Like I go, holy shit, man. You've changed a lot since I last saw you. He goes, yeah, well, I was 18 the last time. So his shoulders, it is like he was always in good shape, but like he is built. Like he's a horse, man. And you know, and I mean, I thought in his career, you know, yeah, he did it to himself. I think a lot of the stuff, but I think he never looked for me more comfortable in seeing him in a Sharks uniform. I thought he like played his best. He looked like comfortable in his game. Like he looked like it was working out for him there. Of all the places like Atlanta, Buffalo, Winnipeg, of all the places, San Jose seemed to be really, really good. And obviously that ran stale as well. So I do think he's getting better, which is crazy. Like I do. And maybe it's the McDavid factor, but I do think he's, you know, becoming a better playmaker. He's a guy that could always score goals. And I think now more than ever, guys with personality, I think, and, you know, physicality with that game is like hard to find.
Oh, buddy, especially with these new guys coming out, like he could pump any fucking. He's probably top 6 toughest guys in the league. He doesn't have to fight. Like he could go. I mean, didn't he fight Ryan Reeves?
He fought Reeves.
Yeah, he fought Revo. So he's just
like twice, I think. Didn't he fight him twice? Like that was crazy.
Yeah. But what other things are you picking up from that series?
Real quick, you mentioned the Flames. You mentioned Mangiapane and Doobie. They've been held. Well, they have 1 point combined in the past 3 games.
Yeah, where's Yarncroke? What's he got? Like, what's going on with these guys? Where are they? You can't tell me Chris Tanev is like. You got to score some goals. You got to have it going.
Nuge. I mean, not that he's like.
Oh, I love that Nuge finally got it.
Sick. And then Yamamoto is getting.
I love that guy.
Better and better. I love that kid's game right now.
He's like a little like his like skate. He's like bing, 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 bing. He's so fast. He can create. He makes plays. He's like a little knockoff Jake Gensel, kind of a little bit. Maybe a little bit more physical.
Do you think that they match up well? Let's say the Abs advance tonight. We're recording right before this.
Is what we gotta know, boys. What's that series going to be like? All eyeballs. McKinnon, McDavid.
Edmonton has a chance.
You got Leon. Who's Leon match up against off of that? Then you've got like Rantanen. Kadri will have his stick like 4 feet inside of his ass.
Hey,
that guy's a beast.
Actually, right now we're recording before Game 5 of the Colorado Avalanche and Blues game. So we're gonna actually hop on back after. We're gonna break down the other games and the other series and wrap up here. But good news for TNT, we are doing the West. So we are going to be in Colorado, and then more than likely, or excuse me, if they close out and if Edmonton closes out, we're going to be hopping back and forth. So look for us to be there. I'm hoping that we can all travel together, and Army, if you got some free time, come and join us.
Hey, I got to say this. That'd be awesome. I got to say this too. Do you think Calgary can chip away?
I don't think that series is over. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I know.
Like I think they have a team that if they can, like everyone. So I got a shout out Aircon Blades. It's a little beer league team. I play at a couple of these like fantasy camps. They're all like Oilers fans with like a smattering of Flames fans on this chat. And they were going nuts last night, like after the first period, like, here we go, let's go. And I texted on it. I was like, hey, can you imagine if the Flames get a little momentum in that second period and get heated up and make this game? And then sure enough, like I was 100% right. And we had ourselves a hockey game, but like, can they carry that through? Can they like put a game together here and like build on it? And then all of a sudden it's like period to period, all of a sudden it's game to game and it becomes something like,
the positives are that McDavid was human last night.
Yeah. So was Johnny. Where was Johnny?
I know, but at least they slowed down McDavid a little. He still had 2 assists, but I don't know. The other games he was at, I think, a little higher level than game 4. Would you agree?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing though. You talk about the secondary scoring in games where he's just average. You need your other guys to step up, and they did. And I'm going to tell you, from a guy who's been watching a lot of Calgary hockey all season long, they look like a completely different team. And I know that they haven't played Edmonton that well from an overall like shutdown defensive standpoint, but I want to say they won the season series and they were dummying them late in the year. I'm telling you right now, I think this series is over. I mean,
this has been a pretty unbelievable 3-1 series so far. I mean, this has been, you never know what's going to happen. Like craziness is happening all the time. Like just goal scoring like mad, and then comebacks, and like it's been I think great for fans. Like it's been awesome for hockey, and I do think that the Flames, if they can find a way, to get going next game, I think it could snowball for them. I really do.
You start Markstrom next game?
Yeah, I do. I love Markstrom.
So do I. He just doesn't look like the regular season Markstrom.
Yeah.
But he looked great in the third period. I know he gave up the game when it wasn't really his fault. A tough bounce.
He made that save on Leon before that goal.
What a weird
save on Leon was amazing.
Yeah.
What a weird year for goalies. Hey, this playoffs. It's never been crazier. Like, is Freddie Anderson like hiding somewhere? Where's he?
I know it must have been a serious injury that
I don't know.
Nobody knew.
They're either
I like
up or
Freddie
too.
I'm a Freddie guy. I like Freddie.